The US Secretary of State didn't miss a beat as he sent a message about freedom in Ukraine. Antony Blinken joined the Ukrainian band called 1999 to perform the Neil Young classic Rockin in the Free World. It happened during his visit to Kyiv on Tuesday. Blinken describes himself on social media as a very amateur guitarist. So let's go to Kyiv now to speak with three musicians who shared the stage with Secretary Blinken. They are the lead singer, the drummer and the guitarist of the band 1999. Great to have you with us.
Hi, glad to see you.
Hello.
Wonderful. So Dmitry, let's start with you. What was it like to share the stage and play music with US Secretary of State Antony Blinken?
It was like fairy tale because all of us were deeply convinced that we will play with Neil Young. But then, Antony Blinken joined us, and it's like fairy tale. He's a very good guitarist and also musician. Yes.
That's great. I mean, it was just extraordinary to see, of course, from a viewer's perspective, all of you playing together. And Mikita, what did you think of Secretary Blinken's message and the importance of the song you all played together?
For me and for Ukraine, I think it's very important message for support in these hard times, and it was very inspiration for our group and for people who are on concert, and then other people who watch this on TVs and in the internet. And it was very powerful and important for us. So, yes.
It's just everyday struggle for our country and our culture. Every day, thousands of Ukrainian soldiers fight not for death, but for life. And it's very hard.
Yeah.
And also, you need to keep going on, keep moving, keep. Do something to support our own family, our own peoples here.
Yeah, totally understand that. And Arsen, what sort of practice and preparation did you have to go through to be ready for this big moment? Because as you pointed out, you weren't told who you'd be playing with, and that's because of security reasons, clearly. But as you mentioned, you thought it would be Neil Young. Hopefully, you weren't disappointed when Antony Blinken turned up.
We met with guys on evening Monday, and we were preparing on rehearsal with Neil Young's song. And in this evening, guys from a Fusion community who invited us texted us message that there won't be a Neil Young, there would be one VIP guest. And we wow, interesting. And they texted us about Antony Blinken, and we what a surrealistic situation. and we after that went home and were preparing mentally and to this performance in Tuesday.
It's not hard much because all of us growing up with Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Nirvana. There's a lot of groups like that, and we also have jazz background because all of us graduated jazz in university. Yes, in Kyiv, and it's not hard for us. We make it
we just played
in one rehearsal.
But mentally it was especially hard.
Mm-hmm. And on a more somber note, I am curious to hear from all of you about how difficult it's been for your country and people enduring more than 2 years of war, and how important it is for your role as musicians to lift people up and, of course, raise awareness and funds to help fight Russia.
Ukrainians have polar thoughts about that. Many of those are negative because most of people in Ukraine say why he is singing songs on stage and not helping us. But we think this performance, this concert was important and it worked in that way like it must. It helped and it make it focused our partners to the situation, and we think it's made everything right in the right way, we think.
Well, thank you to all of you for joining us. It was an incredible moment, I think, for the world to see, and a very uniting force, and we appreciate you being with us. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you too. Bye.